So then you started Atrium 24, and what's the goals of Atrium 24?
So Atrium 24, very specifically, I wanted something from our technology piece that was very specific. And I'm not there yet, but we're actually very close. We're launching a new piece of software within the next couple months. And I truly think it's going to revolutionize everything we do at Independent Pharmacy because, and I've wanted this for over a decade, we have so much data and we have so much technology that we all use on a daily basis. Too much, probably. We all have too many dashboards, too many logins, too many reports. There's never enough time in the day. So I think what kind of started me in this thought process about a decade ago was I don't like free text, and I don't like wasting time on just where is my time best spent? Or if I'm going to get on a phone call and talk to a pharmacy owner, I just want to be able to look at a quick dashboard about what's going on in their business and be able to understand exactly what I need to see as Nicolette, like what's going on in that pharmacy, so that I don't have to get on the phone and ask them all these questions that could have been answered by data, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So
back to the not liking to ask questions.
There's a huge data component to consulting that I don't think has been tapped into at all yet. I mean, it seems like in the industry, and this is completely my opinion and how I feel about it, but it seems like in the pharmacy industry, you have these SaaS companies, so like straight software companies, dashboards, and you log in and you use the thing, right?
Right.
They might have customer service or whatever. And then you have consulting firms where it's completely free text, it's completely relationship based, it's completely a feeling, right? And you might be able to calculate some return on investment in consulting, or does it make you feel better? Does it make your life easier? Those kind of things. But those are so intangible to me, and I'm so data driven that I'm not comfortable with that. So my dream is to merge the two together and to be able to consult with data and software, and then to be able to actually use your data and software when you're consulting. And it's, for a decade, I've worked in, jobs where we had the data, but I still had a ton of questions.
Yeah. And pharmacy's hard.
It's very hard.
Of course we play right. We want to give better data to the customers, but the hard part of the data of pharmacy is all your DIRs and GER and rebates that may or may not be what you expect them to be. So you start thinking about KPIs and things like that. It's really, really, everything's just very retrospective. It's very 3 months from now, I need to have a good accountant. Inventory management, cost of inventory of goods, not well tracked. It's weird, again, because of the rebates. It's really not what I paid for it, or something like that. So what kind of stuff, when you're looking at data, what kind of things are you looking at?
What's interesting to me is I always go back to the sales and marketing. So there's tons of software companies out there. And I mean, we use Pioneer in my own pharmacy, of course. And I love the software. I love how robust it is. You guys are constantly updating it, and the industry, what's going on. You have some really smart people in the industry who use your software and who provide a lot of feedback. So that part's good. I'm not trying to reinvent that part. I'm not trying to reinvent operations and workflow. I mean, even at Atrium, we work with a lot of companies who they are software companies, SaaS. They offer analytics and tools on all those things you mentioned about your inventory, about your workflow, about your DIR fees and your Medicare plan comparison selections and all that stuff. That's not my favorite. So what I like to focus on is sales and marketing and business growth, and then using data points to track that and to actually tell me, okay, if I'm going to, like you said, if I'm going to spend, as a pharmacy owner, if I'm going to go out every Tuesday and go visit and rep, just tell me what to do. And the data can actually tell you exactly what to do.
So you're more focused on the owner workflow. The workflow of
Pretty
being
much.
a business owner. So like you said, it's marketing, it's sales, and then it's operations.
So the data can tell you what type of doctors you need to talk to. Is that what, or what locations to go to? I guess where your patient zip codes are coming from and that kind of thing.
Yep, the data can tell you everything you need to know about sales and marketing, as far as who to visit, why, with what message, when, where, what's the optimal route to take, how do I keep track of it, what are some triggers and alerts and all those things. And those things are in our new software. But you can't just have that. You also have to have consulting. And so Atrium actually has a handful of pharma reps on staff now who consult for our pharmacy owners, because we'll have some of our clients call us when they're in the parking lot and they're like, okay, I'm going into this dermatology office. I'm providing a lunch, and we have to teach them all the nuance about lunches, right? There's an art and a lot of nuance to providing lunch at a provider's office to make it as valuable as possible. So we help them, we coach them through all that, but they just kind of need a pep talk sometimes when they're in the parking lot. What am I saying? What am I asking? What am I doing? When am I going to follow up? That's where I like the consulting piece to be. I don't want to spend our consulting time doing things that a data platform could have done for us. The consulting time has to be from the person to person, and more of like the relationships and like coaching, like pumping you up, like, okay, you're going to go in there, you're going to ask them, do they currently write compounds? Do they send anywhere? Do they like pharmacy? Do they have any problems? Just like you said, you're going to ask them questions. This is what you're doing.